What's up, family? Man, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I got to get up and go to work in a little bit. Woke up like 2 something and I felt this need that I needed to get up to make a video. And I didn't want to do it. Stay with me, I'm gonna go somewhere. This is hard. And what I mean hard, living the lifestyle that I live, it's hard. Because truth be told, sometimes I don't want to do it. Not that I don't love humanity. Man, I love humanity. Sometimes I just get tired. And what I mean tired is I've been through so much. And it's the people that I'm called to help the most are the people that have rejected me the most. That's what makes me tired. Constantly loving on those who through their actions say they hate you. Constantly loving those and giving of yourself to help those who through their actions say they don't want nothing to do with you. And yet you love them and you keep giving and pouring out and pouring out. Not because you want to be accepted. In the beginning, it was all because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be loved. And now I do it because I feel led to do it. And what I mean led to do it, it's my calling in life. It's my calling in life. And what am I talking about? Who am I talking about? First, it was my family. Man, make the videos, for your kids and for your family and all that, And then you get to the point, it's like, man, fuck them. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, it ain't about them. You know what I mean? But God knew that's what it was going to take for me to start making the videos. And it's like, for me, it's going to sound like I'm rambling and it's going to sound like I'm like all over the place. Stay with me. I'm not. I'm going somewhere. It's going to take me a minute to get there, but I promise you we're going to get there. I've always struggled with being, quote unquote, black enough. I've always struggled because I was so smart. And in the 70s, in the black community, for whatever reason, we had this thing of being too smart. Nobody told me about that, you know what I mean? It's something that I had to experience. If you were real smart, man, you was considered a sellout. If you was too smart, you was considered white because you're so smart, Some of the ignorant, stupid stuff that we did, you know what I mean? And what we do to each other. And this is not just a black on black thing. I hear it with my Hispanic community. I hear it with my Native American community. I hear it with my Asian community and friends that I have, I hear it in all of these groups as well. I'm talking about because I'm black, man. That's what y'all see me as. And it's crazy because as a kid growing up, I never really studied. I didn't study. Information just came to me. I was just naturally gifted with stuff, And it's like I had to fight to prove how black I was. It's crazy. Sports, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, you black enough. You know what I mean? When it came to throwing them hands, oh yeah, you black enough, you crazy enough. You know what I mean? And it's like, why does that take me to go to that level for you to accept me? Why is it that you can only accept me and embrace me when I have some type of ball in my hand? Why is it that you can only accept me and embrace me when we're in combat, physical combat? But when we're in a classroom setting, when it's time to use my mind, I'm a sellout? I'm an Uncle Tom? I ain't black enough? As if being black means that you have to be stupid. As if being black means you have to be dumb. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And as a kid, I grew up and I wanted nothing to do with Christianity. Nothing. Again, understand, I was molested by Christians. We was going to church all the time. The person who raised me, my aunt, was a fanatic Christian, diehard Christian. Everything was a sin. You were going to hell for everything. One of the reasons why I have so many tattoos all over my body, one of the reasons why I got tattoos was to say, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me. I don't give a damn what y'all say. If me getting tattoos mean I'm going to hell, man, hell can't be worse than this fucking shit we live in right now. Hell can't be worse than the fucking mental place I live in right now. And so that was one of the reasons why I started getting tattoos. Because hell's gonna be fucking vacation. It's gonna be R&R. You know what I mean? R&R. I forget. I'm prior military, rest and relaxation. You know what I mean? Stay with me. And so, man, one of the reasons why I got my ears pierced was, man, throw all Christians the finger, man. I'm be me. I'ma be me. I'ma be me. You say I'm going to hell. My whole life has been hell. It is what it is. And it's crazy because we use hell as a, not we, people use hell as a fear tactic. Man, if you don't do this, you're going to hell. You don't do. I'm beyond all of that. I'm beyond all of that. I am. I'm not scared of going to hell. And when I say I'm not scared of going to hell, I'm not saying that I'm planning on going to hell. Family, we have to grow the hell up. We have to grow the hell up. All y'all talking about y'all don't want to go to hell and y'all ain't going to hell. And you living in hell right now. Emotionally, you're in hell right now. You are so freaking tormented and you have no concept of how tormented you are because it's normal to you. It's normal for you. Because you've lived like this for so long. This is all you know. That's hell. That's hell. As I started getting older, got a little older, it's like, you know what? I'm going to see what this Christian thing is about again. Because maybe just those people in California are twisted. Maybe just those Christians in California was messed up. Maybe all Christians aren't like that. That was my concept of why I got back. I was trying to get back into church. Got back into church. And I still wasn't accepted. I still wasn't embraced. And what I mean by that, I've always had the ability to communicate with God, and God would always communicate with me in dreams. Ever since I was a little kid, in dreams, he would always communicate with me. And so as I got older, and I was in church in Montana, because I was in the military up there, man, and I became friends with the pastor, his right-hand man, him and his family. I had a wife and 2 kids. Well, 1 kid at the time. And she was pregnant with our 2nd kid. And I'm telling them stuff and showing them things that God is showing me in dreams. And sometimes when the dreams pleased them, when the dreams was like good news for them, they accepted it. When God showed me their life and different things that they were doing that wasn't cool, and I told them that, man, I had this dream about da-da-da-da and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And there's no way I could know this stuff other than God reveal it to me in a dream. Then that was devilish. That was satanic. That was from the, you know what I mean? That was from the pits of hell. That wasn't from God. You know, and it's crazy. And I'm triggered by 2 groups of people, and only 2 groups of people in my life right now. Stay with me, it's all connected. And those 2 groups are Black Muslims and Christians. Those are only 2 groups of people that trigger me. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And the Black Muslims trigger me, or they used to trigger me a lot. Not so much now. Work in progress. Because they would always say, man, you're a sellout and you need to change your name from John Brown. You got the white man's name and you got the slave master's name and all this other stupid, ignorant ass bullshit that they would talk about. You know what I mean? It's not all of them, but the ones that I was around, the militant ones that I was around. And so one day, man, we got into this huge, I was in this group, right? And we got into this huge argument. And it wasn't really an argument, it was like a conversation that turned into a debate. And then I had to shut it down. And what I mean I had to shut it down, is like, man, I'm so sick and tired of stupid stuff. I can't stand stupid stuff. I love people, but I can't stand fucking people. You know what I mean? I can't understand that dichotomy. You know what I mean? I love people. I get up and I do what I do because I love humanity. But then I get to the point where it's like, I can't fucking stand humanity. You know what I mean? And it's not that human. I love people. I love fucking, I can't stand ignorance. I can't stand freaking ignorance. And we all have ignorance. Every single one of us have ignorance. I'm just being real, just being as transparent as possible. Just having a conversation with you today. And so they were talking all this ignorant stuff about Black Americans, you know, that have a slave master's name and whoop-de-whoop-de and all this other stupid crap, right? And so I got up and I was like, hold up, wait up, time out. Pause, you know what I mean? Wait a minute. You don't change your name from Jones, because that was a slave master's name, to Muhammad. And you paid for that. And you're proud of that. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Do you not understand your history? Do you not understand the history of Africa? Africa was never a Muslim country, or not country, continent. Africa was invaded by the Arabs that brought in Islam. Prior to that, Africa was not Muslim. Africa was not Islamic in any way, shape, or form. At all. At all. And then when the Arabs came in and brought in Islam and converted everybody, then the Arabic names came in. And so I'm having this conversation. I'm telling people this history is like, so you mean to tell me that you don't got rid of your American slave master's name for Arabic slave master's name, and you paid for it, and that makes you more enlightened? Okay. Wow. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. It is what it is. That's ignorant. That's ignorance to me. That's ignorance. And I'm not condemning Islam. I'm not condemning black Muslims who've changed their names. Hell, I changed my name. I didn't change it because of religious reasons. I didn't change it because I wanted the name. I didn't want the white man's name in America. No. I changed my name from John B. Broadway IV because I was named after my father who murdered my mom in front of me when I was 2 years old. I changed my name because I want to show that, hey, at this point right here, there was a break. My oldest son is named John B. Broadway V. I did not change his name. I changed my name legally, paid $800 to legally change my name. Because when I'm done and gone, I want history to show that, hey, there was a break in that cycle. All the crap, all the stupid stuff that the lineage used to do came and stopped right here. All the generational curses, all the stupid stuff that my father and grandfathers and others used to do. There was a break in the cycle. There was a pause. There was a pivotal moment in history where somebody stood up and said, oh, hell no. This shit stops with me. It stops with me. That's why I changed my name. What does that got to do with wanting to be accepted and all that other stuff? What does that got? Oh, the other group was Christians. There's nothing like, this is the group that triggers me the most. This is the group that pisses me the fuck off the most. You know what I mean? And it's not all Christians. It's not all Christians. It's just a self-righteous, narcissistic, arrogant, hypocritical, lying Christians that want to condemn everybody to hell, that want to put everybody in hell because they don't believe what they believe, that want to put everybody in hell because of their sins and their shortcomings. That's the group of Christianity that I can't stand. That's the group of Christianity that just pisses me the fuck off, that puts me on. And it reminds me, both groups, the black Muslim group and this self-righteous, judgmental, narcissistic, arrogant, hypocritical, lying ass Christian group. Those two groups are a constant reminder to me of how I used to be. They're a reminder to me. I used to be just like that. I used to be just like that. And that's why those two groups bug me the most. That's why those two groups do things and say things that just like, ugh, make me cringe. That's why those two groups do things and say things just like, time out. You know what I mean? Time out. Why? Because it's a reminder of how I used to be. Family, I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to make these videos. And there's so many people, man, those witches hours and all that other stupid stuff. It's like when I used to be a Christian and I was in California years ago. And I was at this church and these people got upset that I was taking my kids to the drive-in movies. And these people got up and said, man, you shouldn't be taking your kids to the drive-ins. That's the devil's territory and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop and all this bullshit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hold up, time out. I'm taking my kids to the drive-ins to see kid movies. We sitting out up under the stars that God made. How the hell is this the devil's territory? This can't be no more the devil's territory than you sitting in the house watching your fucking Western shows. Because I ain't never seen a Western show glorify God. Every Western show I've ever seen had hoes, drunks, killing, raping. I ain't never seen no Western show. And maybe there is one. I'm sure Christians don't make one by now. But I ain't never seen no Western show all about glorifying God in anything and everything they do. And that's what they were saying. Everything that we do has to glorify God. And if you're at the drive-ins, that's not glorifying God. Okay, so sitting there watching white people kill Indians is glorifying God? Sitting there watching people kill other people just to steal their land? That's glorifying God? Sit there and watch grown men getting drunk and fondling and abusing women sexually? That's glorifying God? Okay. All right. I don't want nothing to do with your God. I don't. If that's what your God accepts and your God is cool with that, but your God ain't cool with me spending quality time with my kids, watching some kids show up under the stars that he made, that doesn't glorify God? Yeah. I don't want nothing to do with your God. You and your God could go to hell. I don't want nothing to do with your God. I don't want nothing to do with your religion. I don't want nothing to do with what y'all believe in, what y'all talking about. I don't. To each their own. I get up and I make these these videos. And I'm tired a lot of times. But I do it because I love humanity. I do it because I'm hoping that it's bringing some light, some guidance, some direction, some understanding to somebody's life. And I understand that every video is not going to resonate with everybody, and that some people ain't going to like them, and some people ain't going to like this and like how I look, and they don't like my crystals, they don't like my mason ring, they don't like that I got tattoos, they don't like I got earrings, they don't like the way I shave it, have my goatee, they don't like whatever. I don't give a damn what you like. I don't do this for your likes. I don't do this to be accepted and embraced by you. I do this to try to help somebody. And that's it. That's it. And that gets tiring sometimes. That gets tiring sometimes. When all you want to do is give love and be a beacon of hope and joy. And you have all this hate, you have all this jealousy, all this rage, all this ignorance that just comes to attack you because you're trying to help people. Simply because you're trying to help others. Simply because you're trying to bring some clarity to some people's lives. Simply because you're trying to bring some hope to some people's lives. That the world is so filled with hate, so filled with animosity and bitterness and jealousy and rage and just other forms of ignorance, that they would attack that. that they would attack that. That's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling. And I understand this always happened. It happened to Jesus. It happens to Mother Teresa. It happened to all these people that's walked before me. It happens. It's life. And I'm sharing this stuff with you because, family, you have to understand, people ain't gonna always accept you for who you are. It don't matter how much you change. It don't matter what you do. You're going to have people that's going to attack you for no other reason than the fact that you have a platform and they ain't got one. You're going to have people attack you because they think they should be where you're at. People are going to attack you because you didn't say it the way they wanted you to say it. You ain't dressed the way they want you to be dressed. You don't look the way they want you to look. You don't talk the way they want you to talk. It is what it is. If you live your life based on what everybody else wants from you, everybody else expects from you, you're going to live a frustrated, unfulfilled life. You're going to live a miserable life. You had better toughen up. You had better get some thick skin. You had better learn who you are. You had better come to grips with who you are and why you're here. And the reality is, you're not here for everybody. You're not here for everybody. You didn't come here to be this beacon of hope and joy and all this other stuff for everybody. Because everybody's not going to recognize it. Everybody's not going to see you for who you are. And it is what it is. Stop trying to convince them. Stop trying to open their eyes. Because you're never going to convince them. You're never going to enlighten them. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let them be them. Don't allow them to change who you are. Don't allow them to dim your light. Because the truth is, no one can dim your light. You dim your own light. And you dim your light by not walking in your purpose, by not walking in your power, by not walking in your authority, by not speaking the truth, by not speaking love and sharing all that you came here to share. That's how you dim your light. So all the haters, it is what it is. They're like moths attracted to your light. You can't be a beacon for the world and not attract these moths. The brighter your light, the more moths are going to be attracted to you. The more people you help, the more moths are also going to be attracted to you. It is what it is. That's the double-edged sword of living this life. That's the pain of living this life. But it's worth it. It's worth it. And people ask me all the time, man, why are you so patient? Why are you so loving? Why are you so giving? And woo-doo-doo, man, you're the most loving and giving and compassionate person I know. And man, you're so humble and da-da-da-da. I am the way that I am because God is that way with me. God has always been that way with me. I keep giving because God keeps giving to me. I keep loving and keep doing all that I do, because that's what God has done for me. And when I talk about God, I understand I'm not talking about no Christian religious concept of God. My hope, my prayer, that when my life is done and over with, whenever that is, that I have reflected the image of God and how I lived my life, how I conducted my business. In everyday life, may I reflect the image of God. May I reflect the love and compassion of God. May people see God in me. Not that I may be lifted up and all that other stupid stuff, but may they see God in my energy. May they see God in the sound of my voice, in the love that I give out. May they feel God. When I hug people, man, I hug people and I give them this bear hug. And I've had so many people just break down and start sobbing, just boo-hooing right there, because as I'm hugging them, as I'm holding them, and I hold them as this father figure, I hold them as this presence. And when I mean this presence, I'm holding them as if God is holding me. And I do that because I feel led that, man, this person needs to feel this type of hug. This person needs a hug from God. This person needs to feel this embrace. They need to know that they matter. They need to know that they're worthy, that they're loved. And when it's all done and over with, I hope and pray that God is proud of my life, that my ancestors are proud of the life that I've lived, that they're not sitting there or laying there or wherever they're at, that they're not sitting there shaking their head like, this little ignorant motherfucker, we went through all that shit and this motherfucker's still doing this stupid shit. You know what I mean? I don't want them saying that about me. I don't want them saying that about me. When they look at my life, may it bring a smile to their face. May it ease their pain of all the hell that they had to endure. May it bring some hope. I love you guys. My hope and prayer for you is that you live your life in a manner to which your ancestors, to which your God can be pleased. I'm not talking about religion. May you live a life that's pleasing to God. May you live a life that's pleasing to all those that have came before you. All those that have paved the way so that you could be where you're at. So that you can have what you have. May you live your life to your greatest potential. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.